So the weather is finally cleared up. It is the Saturday before Chopper Fest. Chopper Fest is tomorrow. Super Bowl is tomorrow. Right now, Irvin and I are about to meet up and go over to Chopper Nizzle's house because we haven't seen him in a while. So I don't know if Irvin's made any updates to his bike. Chopper Nizzle probably hasn't even seen his bike in person. We haven't hung out with him in a while, so it'll be good to catch up. But how funny is this, guys? Irvin has a freaking 5-gallon, 6-gallon, 20-gallon tank. And he ran out of gas on the way here. That's why I'm waiting for him right now. So he should be here shortly. But how funny is that? The peanut tank keeps us humble. So finally you get a big tank and then you forget to fill up. Howdy, brother.
Hey, my name's Ray.
Ray? Yeah. Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you, man. I was just cruising by right now. I saw I could get gas. So I worked right over here at the school district.
Oh, cool. Local.
Yeah. So not too far. You guys going to Ventura?
Tomorrow, yeah. Right now we're just hanging out with a buddy up the street. What do you got going on?
Well, I left my wallet at work, but yeah, I'm going up tomorrow up there to Ventura. So.
Oh, cool. What time do you plan on leaving?
I'm gonna go up early because
like early, right?
Yeah, I was thinking leaving the house like around 7.
That sounds fair. I mean, Irvin, would you be up for leaving at 7 tomorrow to Ventura, or is that a bit early? Cause
I don't mind.
Okay, I mean, if you want, we should just roll together, man.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. It depends on how tonight goes. We're kind of going to like a little party thing tonight.
Me too. That's why I was telling him, I was like, I'd like to go early, but we don't know how it's going to play out. But shoot, yeah, we'll swap contact right now. That way, at least like tonight, I could be like, hey, like, we're going to leave soon. Are you still up for it type thing? Cool, man.
Yeah.
Can you look at your bike?
Yeah,
real quick.
America. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, dude. You know what's funny? Recently, I came across someone with a Pan America in Huntington Beach. And even before that, I met someone with a Pan America at like a, at a show, like event. To this point, I've never met anyone with a Pan America who seems like unsettled or like they're okay-ish. Like they all love them.
You know, I love mine. The only thing is I had... Like, you might want to get this on your video.
What's up, brother?
I feel like my bike breaks down about every 3 months.
Really? What would you say it is?
I just had the ECM.
Oh.
Main thing went out on this.
Is it like parked outside or something?
No, it's garage kept. Garage kept.
That is weird.
Yeah. I mean, I ride it every day in the rain. Like, it was raining on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it's filthy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ride it every day, but... There's always something kind of going wrong with this bike.
But like usually like electrical?
It's usually electrical.
I've never heard of that. I mean, from the other two owners, but...
They, like, everybody I talk to that has a 21, 22, the Pan America, they say that these have like gremlins and ghosts in the electrical. Yeah, and then like up here on my dashboard, I'll get like, it says low oil pressure sensor. And I called Harley and I said, hey, you got this sensor there that's going off. What do I do? They said, clear it. So I cleared it and they're like, no, it's just a gremlin in your system. Don't worry about it. It happens all the time. Harley Davidson told me to do that.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, they told me to do that.
Okay. And the explanation was, yeah, it's a gremlin in your system.
They said you got a ghost. Don't worry about it. It happens with that model in here. Just clear it. If it comes back, call us. We'll set up an appointment.
So they're saying it'll give a false reading before the oil actually stops pumping? Or what? It's kind of weird to have to hear it from them. That sounds like something like your buddy would tell you, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's an actual dealership saying, hey, dude, no, just go ahead and clear it.
Yeah.
He goes, what year? I'm about 22. He goes, nah, that's the ghost one. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's weird. Now I'd like people to chime in on that because I've never heard of that, but sounds like you've been dealing with it. It's still running. So
yeah, it's still running. I mean, it's fun. I've taken it off road a little bit.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't go like crazy. I'm not like climbing. I mostly do like fire trails and stuff like that.
Okay.
You're trying to make it home still, you know?
Yeah. So
this is cool, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
I bet.
So
yeah, and I've always, all the people I met, one guy was like, oh, I was doing like 100 something on like a dirt road, keeping up with, you know, some crazy vehicle. I'm like, I would never even.
I'm not that dude. I'm like 20, 25.
Oh,
then I get there, crack a beer, kind of check out the surroundings, then I head back.
Yeah, nice. That's smart, man.
Damn. And then, I mean, I don't want to keep you here too long, but are these the factory like rails or no?
No,
because this looks like a quick release setup, right?
No, this one has a quick release right here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I have my my USB charger.
This is Harley right here. Huh?
Yeah, this
sick.
is all my thing fell off, but
dang.
yeah, I can charge my little USBs.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
That's cool, man.
It's cool, but no, You have to buy these after you buy the bike.
Okay.
The brackets.
Yeah.
Then you got to put all this shit on yourself.
It doubles as like a crash bar too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
And it's cool because these bikes are fairly young, like in the generation of bikes. In about 30 years, that will tell you where these stand.
Yeah.
But so far, so good, honestly, except for the little weird electrical thing.
Yeah. The ghosts or the gremlins, they called it.
Yeah.
So.
And again, what was your channel called?
Kickstands up 909.
Kickstands up 909. That's easy to remember. I'll remember that.
That's pretty easy. I'll put out a video tomorrow if I go up there. And,
That's cool, man. Yeah, even if we don't like meet up and ride there at the same time, I was just assuming you were local. But if you're out there, I'll probably run into you there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, you'll be hard to miss, man.
I'm always out here running around somewhere, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll flag you down again. It was nice to meet you,
Nice to
man.
meet you.
Take care.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good rest of the weekend. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys.
Later. That's cool.
You got a ton of lights on there, but you talk about being like, prepared.
I love those bikes, man.
Yeah, you see the lights you had in the front?
No, I
Those
didn't.
things were like, those were lights.
That's
You know what I
tough.
mean? Like he's never getting lost, that's for sure.
Dude, it was so funny right now when I was here. I was like, how funny is it that of all people, you're the one who ran out of gas on the way here?
So I've been trying to see how much gas I can, how much mileage I get on the tank.
Yeah.
Right? And so last time I checked, I still had the same gas in here from, what was it, last week or the week before we went down to Oceanside.
Oh wow, and then you had the mileage trip too, right? You've been counting?
So I've been, trying to count, right?
Yeah.
And so I think I'm somewhere close, like a little over 200 miles.
Or didn't set the trip on it, or does it not work?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't set that. No, I should have set it, but I didn't. And so I was like, oh, okay. And then I was on the 5, and I got to about where Main Place Mall is.
Yeah.
And in Santa Ana, and I'm like, and I feel like, I'm like, oh, did I run out of gas already?
But you flipped it to reserve.
Yeah,
right?
so I flipped to reserve, and then I took off. I was, you know what? I don't know how much gas I have. Let me just throw some in.
Yeah.
And I checked it, man. I was like, yeah, I was pretty low. So I thought I had more gas in here, but like I said, I mean, dude, like a little over 200 miles.
Nice.
On a full tank.
I think someone had mentioned that. I think someone actually put the exact number. I forget the person's name who commented, but I think it was 43 miles per gallon.
Yeah.
And if it's a 5-gallon tank,
yeah, about that, I think.
then you can get over 200 on a very full tank. So 200 average, depending on how you ride it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, now I know. So I was trying to just gauge, okay, where am I at? And then finally, oh, okay. And I just flipped the reserve, and I forgot I had a reserve. Like, oh,
good.
I had a reserve. I flipped the reserve, like, oh, cool. So I, made my way to a gas station, pulled up, filled up. I'm good to go.
Cool, man. Yeah, well, I mean, I know you have gas. I just got gas. Yeah, let's go say what's up to Chopper Nizzle. I haven't seen that guy in so long.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I had Urban set his trip right now so he could actually calculate his MPG.
And I stopped about halfway here, so it's probably, I probably put on like another 5-6 miles.
Oh, there you go. So just subtract that.
Yeah,
we're at it.
So I'm gonna find out. You know what I mean?
There you go. Oh, because I have a cheap key thingy that ends up wobbling off when I ride.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. How you been? Long time no see.
Good. How you been?
Good.
You look good, brother.
I know you look good, man.
I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
There you go.
I finally got my date for my surgeries.
Okay.
And with the weight off, it's better. They're gonna do knee replacements in both knees.
Okay.
Oh, at the same, you're gonna do what?
No, 4 months apart.
Yeah.
Okay, yo, that's a lot, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Even when I had them reconstructed in '91,
Yeah.
it was 3 months apart. I never met her. Not even at the swap meet.
No, I have.
Swap meet only, I think.
Yeah, we've talked to swap meet before.
It was only the
Yeah,
swap
yeah.
meet.
I just never been to your.
Hey, maybe he looked different on this.
I didn't recognize it.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Oh, those are the new bars.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, no time putting them on. I just seen the video of it last night.
Yeah, he was on it.
Yeah. I had to, man. I wasn't that confident when it came to lengths, but
Right.
my arms were like a little further out. I was like, oh no, this ain't gonna
You'd
work.
have got used to it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It was,
And this is my son Willie. This is
Oh, yeah,
WG.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
I like it.
It's all right, man. It's all right, dude. I'm getting used to it. It's a fun ride, man. It's a great ride.
Dude, the day he got it, I was like, yo, this is
You got these bars for $20?
Yeah, man.
perfect chrome too.
Yeah. Took advantage. I was, about 5 minutes walking into the swap?
Yeah.
So these the same riders?
No, different risers. I got those maybe about a week after. Yeah.
It was shortly after you got the bars, I think.
Yeah.
That one, you're always blinging.
I try, man. There are some weeks I let it get away from me, but I try to keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man.
I really like what. Wait, did it come off or did you take it off?
Which one?
The chrome plate for the axle plate.
Oh, I took them off.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I love those about these bikes when they
I
come
got
with them.
3 of them Softail rims.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I like the axle plates that come on these too. They complete the look. I thought it felt. Yeah. It came with it. I guess he took it off.
Yeah, I got them. Yeah.
So wait, how far did they come up? How far did they cover? Did they just the axle?
Yeah,
It just
cover.
No, it's beautiful. It covers this whole thing, chrome, like
You
cleaned
didn't
up.
like them?
They were like,
A lot of chrome, man. You know what I mean? I don't know.
They look
I'm
good
not
on
used
my
to it. I'm not
they
used
look
to
good
it.
on my Softail.
He's like, give me one of those.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh God, this is beautiful. Wow.
Oh yeah, you haven't even seen this up close.
I've never seen this.
And he
I've
didn't
never
even see
seen
the
this.
first paint job either.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he didn't see it when it was gold.
I didn't. This was the gold one.
Yeah, you went here. And this is it. He just got
Damn.
23 or 24.
Wow.
23.
How long ago did you pick it up?
December 8th.
Okay, and then before this, what were you on?
I was on a, what was that, a Honda?
Oh shit.
A Honda 1800 VTX,
Yeah.
and then before that, it was
was
the 07
Street Glide.
Street Glide, and then before that, it was the 550 Honda Chopper.
Was a Honda a chain drive or was it a shaft?
It
Do you
was
know?
shaft.
Do you know? Okay, what do you notice from the shaft-driven Honda to this? Like immediately.
That 1800 was freaking fast.
Really? Like it picked up quick too?
It was really fast, yes.
Wow. And
It
then
took off like it was, but I got rid of it and I got this.
okay.
I started out riding Honda and I had a Honda Chopper as well too. When I got my first Harley was a 06 Street Glide.
Okay, so similar like make of the style at least.
It was a 96 cubic inch, and then this one is 117. And man, this one right here just got
That thing moves,
power.
And it's smooth, huh?
And it's smooth. And
Yeah.
I forget that sometimes they got so much power that and when I take off, I forget I gotta hold on.
Yeah?
The seat came like this, but I'm getting another seat.
Like something that kind of buckles you in a little better?
I gotta get the.
I like the ones that have the backrest.
Once I bought this, it came with the Screaming Eagle package. This one came with the. I'm getting another one. It's made by Saddleman.
Oh, that'll keep you in there nice.
I want to get one, and I want to get down lower.
Yeah.
I had to go all black out because my last Harley had a lot of chrome on it, and I was just.
Ooh,
cleaning it.
but this looks good because it still has the chrome push rod covers and everything with a little bronze accent. This was one of the options that came with the rims and the.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn, that's nice.
And it also comes with the. When I bought this, it comes with the Screaming Eagle package. So
the thing moves.
I have to put 1,000 miles on it first before I can. But with this rain,
Oh,
and
you're
I
right.
haven't been able to get out and ride.
Yeah.
And I got a party today. My grandson's birthday today, so I got to go back to the house and cook. I want to get out there and ride. I told my wife, don't tell everybody that I'm going to be barbecuing.
Don't have you commit to it, right? Like, so they're gonna wait on you. Hey, no one's gonna get on the grill till you get there.
She said,
But I thought that was good for the judge.
Like, what?
You're expecting to show up, crack a beer, and lay down, but then they're gonna have the grill ready for you to man.
I wanted to go riding for a little bit. So
Yeah.
I can put more miles on it.
Oh, okay.
But after I get the 1,000 miles on it, it's going to Harley.
Yeah.
And they're going to put the whole Screaming Eagle package on
So
it.
they're not.
Wow, but that's included. So you just
to run that thing
Wow.
and have
Do
fun.
stage 4.
so like give or take, like how many miles have you already have on it?
First, I wanted to do just stage 1, and I want to see what it sounds like and how much power it still has.
I mean, you're already impressed with the factory performance.
I got it for, they can put the whole stage 4 on it, and that's the whole thing. They got to break down the engine, new cans.
Then you're gonna be out of a bike during the summer. You don't want it to happen during the summer, huh? But do they give you a time frame when you need to bring it back by?
No.
Oh, good.
The whole time I got the bike, I can take it in there anytime.
Good.
And I got the free wheels for life.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Once they start wearing out, bring them back.
Take it back, they do it for free. They put the new tires on for free.
Damn.
Free tires for life.
Yeah, even the crash bar on this looks like painted better than some bikes are. Well, dude, congrats. This is a big deal. What exact model is this again?
This is a 2023 Street Glide ST.
Street Glide ST. That's what the ST. Okay, because I've seen the Street Glides, but this is dressed up, and that motor looks good. Oh, what's he firing up? Oh.
Planning. So this is a twin cam, right?
Yeah.
This is twin cam.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is hell of
This is an 02 Softail.
Yeah.
And
It's the same generation as Bears. 88?
88 Bear.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I think I saw a buddy roll up on it, right? Yeah.
Bearded, old crazy looking dude. Well, he ended up, he's a year younger than me.
Yeah.
I'm 70, he's 69. And he was MIA for a minute.
Okay, I remember.
And I kind of took him under my wing. I found him in his van, in the back of the van, wedged in. He had so much junk, like a lot of the homeless people like accumulate a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And he had it on his van, and he was wedged in there, right?
Yeah.
And I went over there one day. I kept going by. I didn't see him. So one day I jumped on the bike and I went by and I was passing by the van. And I looked in there and I spotted him in there, and he was wedged in. He had so much shit he couldn't move.
Yeah.
So I parked. I go open the slide window and I'm talking to him, and he's like, I'm stuck. He couldn't get out.
Oh, you
How
had to-
long you been here? He goes, I don't know, a couple days. So I go around to the driver door. I open the driver door up.
Big dog dude in the house.
I opened the driver door, reached in, and we locked wrists, and I couldn't get him out.
He was really that wedged with his own
Yeah.
stuff?
And I called 911, and they came. And this coming March, it'll be 2 years ago.
Okay.
He's still in the hospital to this day.
Oh, wow.
From when I called, and he was kind of slow.
Yeah.
So I happen to have his medical history and everything in my phone, his medication.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So I call 911, they come, I give them all the information. Anyway, he had gangrene in all 10 toes.
Oh no.
So he had just recently had open heart surgery before that, and he didn't take care of himself. So he didn't get this gangrene. And so I kept the bike for a year and a half back here in my backyard.
Oh, so you had this stored for him. I was about to ask you where he had kept it. He left it here.
I brought it home when they took him to the hospital.
Yeah.
And finally, he's so bad off, he's got early dementia now, and he's still in the hospital for 2 years. So finally, the family gave it to me. I'm like, hey, it's been a year and a half. I agreed to keep it for a couple of weeks. I'm going to start charging you guys storage on this thing,
Of course.
They're like, it's yours.
So
you can do what you want.
Wow.
He had never had it registered or nothing. I went down. Shit, it cost me $850 just to get tags.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Wait, is this the bike that he rode up on that day?
Yep.
It did not look like
It
this.
had the bags on it.
Yeah, but even then, just the
it was a mess. Just like
you did all this?
Yeah.
Look at you.
I've been slowly doing it.
This is so
I took
cool.
the bags off. I took the apes off. This was just barely sitting on there. The crash bar only had one bolt at the top. I just took it off.
Yeah.
The seat wasn't bolted down.
That's a bad
I went around
seat.
the block. The pipe fell off. Oh, it was a mess. The headlight was on with duct tape. Did you see that?
I think I saw that when he pulled up.
So.
Wow, that was already 2 years ago or over?
2 years ago, March.
Because I remember when I saw him pull up and you had mentioned that.
Yeah, I love this style. It's cool, dude. This is really cool.
You know what? And it's interesting because you had no other reason to have taken him under your wing and taken his medical records and try to take care of him. You just, that was out of the goodness of your heart. So I mean,
before I moved over here, I moved a couple blocks down, and I'm in my garage. I was still putting this one together, I think, or changing it around or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't even painted up. And he pulls up one day, and he was a mini bike rider. He was a full-grown adult. That's what he rode with me.
Yeah.
He came up from mini bikes onto this. But he had been riding mini bikes all his life. And he pulled up, and I can't remember what it was. He said it was something that he needed, and somebody told him to go down to the alley over there, and that black guy down there in the garage will help you.
Oh, that's how he found you?
Yeah, and he came down there anyway. Somebody told me, hey, you will help me out, and this is what I need. And whatever it was, I happened to have it. I gave it to him. And, you know, he started coming around a little more. And I can see that he's kind of slow, but finally, after he got this, he was coming over all the time, and we got closer and closer. I would take him out to Dana Point.
Yeah, your spot.
Yeah, my little spot. Took him out there, and we would just go out and ride all the time. But when he got this one is not stock. I don't know what the dude had it before him did, but he beat that one 5 times already.
Really?
Yeah, so it's pretty quick.
So this gets up goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we just got closer and closer, and I kind of took him over to meet the people over at Off Track, and you know, some other biker friends. To a couple of shops that I know, I took him over there. But the problem with riding with him, I don't give a where you at, what you're doing, just stop at a light. If a motorcycle pull up, I don't care if it's a fucking Ninja or BMW, I don't care what it is, he's going to race it.
Oh, he's one of those.
Yeah, so we be riding in the pack. I have people say, hey, we'll ride this weekend, but don't tell Ed. You don't want Ed. Everybody we ever rode with, he raced them.
That's Fast Ed. That's Fast Ed, right?
This thing's cool, man. I dig it.
I mean, what I'm really taking from everything that you're telling me is that it's just, you hear about, the universe works in mysterious ways and yada, 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 and all these stuff, but like, I'm directly seeing it now. The more I talk to people and meet people and experience things, I see you do good, vice versa, and things play out. Like, there's no coincidence it's landed here.
Somebody just told him the black guy in the alley will help you. I don't even know who told him that. And he came down there, and I helped him. No questions asked, never seen him before.
I mean, the average adult will say that what they got out of the story was you were a good person and you ended up with a bike, which is a reward. But I'm also looking, you got that guy. What if you didn't come and get him when he was stuck in his van?
I had passed by there for 2 days.
Yeah.
And I didn't see him. So finally, day 3, and I was in my truck.
Yeah.
So day 3, I pulled up on my bike and I actually got close to his van and I stood up on the pegs and looked in there and I seen the top of his head.
Oh man.
That was crazy. And I'm like, what? And he told me he didn't even know how long he had been there.
Just think if you didn't have
he had a cup over his shit.
Yeah.
And like he was trying to pee in a cup, but in the angle he was in, it was just gonna come back down on him.
Yeah.
He had a cup, and I'm looking in the window. I'm like, shit, this is not right. So I tried to open the side door, and it's a good thing that it was stuck. Because I don't know if I would have tried to open it, he would have fell backwards, fell out. I don't know. It took 3 paramedics to get him out, opening the door and all that shit. So,
dude, good on you though, man, for helping out. You know, I mean,
I found a good home for his dog.
There you go.
He had a little puppy, chocolate lab, and it grew up in the van. It was like 11 months old or something, and I knew him. I would go get him, bring him over here, feed him, give him water and stuff. So he knew me, and he was a van dog. After everything was said and done, we couldn't get him out of the van. Wild Bronco. He was just crazy, and we got him out. And I hooked up with Johnny over at Off Track. Johnny had a chocolate lab, and Johnny came over, him and his girl, and we got him in my truck, got him over here, put him in the backyard, and he was just
that's awesome.
Finally, he burned enough energy to mellow out, and then Johnny went to the car, got his chocolate lab, brought him in there, and they played a little bit. So Johnny's like, Okay, I'll take him. He took him. They went to the park, doing the body with leaves, took him to the park and stuff. But a couple hours later, Johnny sends me a picture. He's laying on the couch with both legs taking a nap.
Oh, that's awesome,
so then,
man.
Johnny found him a home with some rich couple.
Really?
A dog that, a chocolate lab that aged out. And they had just lost their dog. And this was the same thing with a puppy.
Nice.
So
I don't, man, some people believe in coincidences, but some will call it a coincidence. I just call that the universe doing its thing, man. That's awesome. I'd love to hear it. Big Dog Dean out with a hog today, bro.
Yeah, man.
That was kind of crazy.
That is wild.
Quick.
Nice, dude.
That's the homie Quick.
Dude, is your wife getting a chance to ride around
in the 70s, we used to race on the same track.
I was about to ask you, so he still lives around here too?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, shit, he used to race Corvettes. He still got an old race car.
I mean, I bet that thing's not, you know, a 1200 or nothing. That's probably,
Is that second one all the way?
he's probably pushing. I'd assume.
Try it.
Okay.
Steadily trying to try it. Yeah.
But anyway, so that was the story.
Oh, really?
How you acquire that, huh?
This one, I went and got it registered, and I did a lot of work to
You
it.
know what?
You might want to bug Irvin for all his chrome pieces he's taking off this thing, man. Cause
That's why I was saying.
yeah,
It's Softail, I bet it'll fit.
yeah. No, it will, but no, bug him for it, cause that's one of the things I was jocking on his bike. I was like, oh, those, I love how they come with them. I just noticed now. Like, I was like, wait, yeah, I was like, did they come off? I didn't like them.
He
I'm
just
like,
got that one.
yeah, he recently picked it up. I think not even a month ago.
Yeah.
See, this is the kind of seat, I want my seat to tuck in a little more like this. Mine is bulging way out.
But the part that's crazy is the paint. Like in the right light, you see like a purple like hint over
I
it.
seen it when you guys went out there to pick it up.
I told him he scored heavy with this thing. He still got the controls and he got a little. I reached over to the invisible. I was about to honk his horn. Oh, what's going on? He's too quick with it. What is he? I mean, you know, it's his bike, but damn, I was about to say I like when you have a bike like this because you still got your signals, your horns, and everything, and it still looks good.
Yeah.
Sportsters are so small that it looks so clunky on them, but it looks right on
Your
them.
Sportster is hot. Your Sportster looks really
Thank you so much.
good. It looks really good.
I tried to style it.
These are sick, man. Like these slick as hell.
He gave me these, the flame mirror. He said, I got something your style.
I seen him at the swap meet. I said, you come by the house, dog. I got something for you. I know it's just
Oh yeah, that's.
I've been messing with the other one. Check out.
Ooh, let's see it. Oh, the red one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold.
I took the gold tank off of that one.
Ah.
The red tank's up there.
Oh, I was wondering.
And I took these apes off. And I've been messing. You know how we change shit around and mess with it?
I was under the impression that you got this painted black.
No.
Oh, thank
That was
goodness.
the original tank that I had. I took off when I got this at the swap.
Ah, that works out.
I gave
Okay.
a guy $200 for this at the swap. And
Okay.
after about a couple of years, I kept smelling like gas when I park. And I'm like, what the f? And I realized I had a little leak right here.
Oh, that's why you had it
So,
sealed
yeah.
sealed
I
up.
sealed that thing a couple years ago with JB Weld. It's never leaked again.
Yeah.
I just made the hole bigger.
Right?
Actually, I stuck
filled
a
it.
toothpick in there, made it bigger, and filled it with JB Weld, sanded it down, primed it, and it's been like that for a couple of years.
That's rad.
But I wanted to lift the tank and put the straight drag bar. So,
Oh, I see.
Because my other bikes got apes. So
Yeah, I noticed that.
So all of them, let's change it.
Wow. It's cool what it does too, because it changes the lines to just a peak and then a drop. Rather with the bars, you're looking at the bars,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's all angles, really.
I got all those bars over there.
Man, you got some
My
cool bars.
container.
I like the apes you had, though. They're fairly narrow.
Yeah, those are cool.
Like the bends in them, like it's nice and tight. These are
And
nice.
who knows, they may end up back on here one day.
Are those 7/8 or 1 inch?
7/8.
Oh, nice.
And then all those over there, I think are 1 inch.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Those are 1 inch for sure.
Yeah. But there's a headlight, but it didn't. It went out on me. I don't know if it's the blow or what. I put my adjuster on it, and I got power going to the headlight. So.
Damn, I'm glad to still
Oh, that's
see
the
this.
headlight to the fat one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one's good. I hear a little ticking noise in the motor.
Oh, maybe a valve
So-
adjustment at some point.
So maybe, and I put new rings and bigger pistons and stuff in there, and I've been hearing that noise really pretty much ever since. I don't know if I ever seen it right. And I was in her belly, and they had me here in Long Beach, so I've been here.
So why'd they settle? Why'd your mom and dad settle here in Long Beach? Like, what made them say, hey,
You said from Oklahoma?
Yeah.
From Oklahoma.
Like, what? They came from Oklahoma.
My father's from Texas.
Okay.
My mother's from Oklahoma.
And why they choose Long Beach? Why they, you know?
My mother, she was young. She had me at 16, but she came with her parents.
Okay.
Okay.
So they came here. I don't know what made them
Choose Long Beach.
But
Right.
they wanted to get out of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They came. My grandfather was still, when he passed away at age 92 a few years back, he was still getting the government check from the property because they're Indian. They're Choctaw Indian.
Wow.
My grandparents and great grandparents are Choctaw Indian.
Oh wow, that's awesome, man.
So he said it was like a slap in the face a little bit they were getting. They wasn't getting shit. I don't even think he cashed the checks. But they came here and I've been here my entire life.
Long Beach, huh?
At one point, I lived on the borderline of Long Beach and Paramount. I lived in North Long Beach, lived over on the east side of Long Beach. And so I've been all over Long Beach.
So you're a true Long Beach native. You are like
I am a native of Long Beach, that's right.
I'm sure you know the back front side of every building here, huh?
Dude, when I was young, I was bad, so I had to know the back.
Yeah, see? Yeah. That's why people joke. They're like, hey, you love one park, huh? I was like, brother, you can take a picture of the back of a gas station. I know exactly which one that is. I know the liquor stores and the dumpsters behind them.
That's how you know. Right there, man.
Yep.
That's how you know.
And you know, it really takes a certain person to be able to say that about a city, because people move, whether it's their parents making the decisions or themselves. But you know, when you get that rare case of the guy who's never left his city, it's never a bad story, you know.
I've been here, and people tell me, how come you don't get out of California? And I say, for what? I ride motorcycles. I can ride year round. I've been riding since I was 15. I've been riding 55 years.
Oh yeah?
Damn.
Yeah,
I gotta get it up there now.
Where am I gonna go and do what?
You know, that's funny because I only started riding motorcycles maybe back in 2016, 2017. That's when I started, and in my head I keep thinking to myself, you know what? I wish I would have discovered motorcycles way before. Because of the amount of fun that I'm having right now.
How old were you when you first got your own personal motorcycle to ride? Like,
I got my first motorcycle. It was a dirt bike, so I wasn't like riding on the street, but just in the projects and stuff.
About how old?
I was about 14 then.
Damn, nice.
Came off a week. All the buddies had mini bikes, and I had a go-kart. So then when I came off the go-kart, I got a mini bike. And from a mini bike, I had a 125, I think it was a Kawasaki. Yeah. Then I went from that, and about 15, I got, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, a 305 Scrambler.
Oh yeah, I do know what that is.
Then I went from
like a Husqvarna looking.
Yeah. Then I went from that to a 350 Honda, and then one day one of my younger buddies, he's like, man, and I didn't even know he knew how to ride. He goes, I'm gonna go buy me a 750 Honda.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, I had never rode a bike that big before, and he went out to Robinson and Sons in Hollywood and bought it. And when he came back to the projects, he was only doing the projects with the 750 Honda. Yeah. And one of the other parking lots, it was a bunch of dudes. They were hardcore biker dudes. And they was always had a yard full of shit tore up and building choppers and stuff. And he bought that Honda, and I liked it the other style better. Yeah. You know, everybody was intimidated by those guys, you know, long hair, beards, building these choppers and shit. But anyway, I ended up getting the 750 Honda. And then that's when I started the Long Beach Commando Motorcycle Club in 1979. Oh, wow. And we all had 750 Hondas. A couple of guys had 750 Suzukis. Oh, okay. And by that time, it was 79, however old I was. So I went from a 125 to a 305 Scrambler to a 350 Honda to a 750. So as far as literally getting on the street, riding, the freeway and all that.
Like red lights and all that.
Red lights and all that. But pretty much in 79 when we started the club. And we would go up to Compton and LA and shit to all the motorcycle clubs. Everybody had a club day. And we'd go up there and party with everybody.
Was that about the same time you're already styling them in this fashion, or did that come a little later?
Then we...
So at the time, it was just stock bikes, just getting out to ride?
They were stock bikes, and what we would do is take the springs off, put struts on it. Okay. So kind of hard.
Make them rough and tough, yeah.
We were running the T-bars. And then we were running the Kirker 4-in-1 headers. And of course, we would take the baffles out. Yeah. Sometimes you had to rejet them, some guys didn't. Because, you know, you didn't have as much back pressure with the baffles out, but it was loud. So then I got a job in the Signal Hill here in the oil fields, and the dudes, they were riding pan shovels.
Yeah, that's probably what was around a lot.
Yeah,
right?
they were riding pan shovels, and they were going to Cook's Corner. I had never heard of it. I didn't know nothing about it. The first time I went there, I thought we rode to the other side of the world.
Yeah, you're a city slicker, huh? So that was a big deal.
Yeah, I never rode there.
I get that.
Before. But I just fell in love with it, and I've had bikes ever since. I actually, I'll take that back. For a couple years, I didn't have a bike. And when I first moved over here in '74, I didn't have a bike. And there was this dude, they called him Can't Say Jose.
Can't say Jose.
Can Say Jose.
Oh, can say.
I mean, can stay Jose.
Can't stay Jose.
Can't stay
Yeah.
Jose.
He was always on the move.
Yeah. And he had a Road King.
Oh wow.
And we became friends. We lived across the street from each other. I had lived there first, and he moved in. And he's a biker dude, and his other biker friend moved down to the end of the block. And I'm the kind of guy, I see a new person move in, I got to go over and check him out.
Yeah, of course.
Even welcome to the neighborhood, just shoot the shit. And we became friends. And he kept telling me, hey, ride this, man, ride it. I'm like, nah. I ain't run a couple years, I don't want to ride. Ride it, nah. And one day I came out, I'm walking across the street towards him, and this Road King is parked out front, and he just threw me the keys. Without even thinking. I just put it on, cranked it up, and took off. I hadn't rode for 2-3 years at this time.
Yeah.
And I rode it around the block a couple times. And the next day I went and bought me a cycle trader, and I found the KZ 1000 retired highway patrol bike.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Out in San Dimas, I think it was. This is the next day. After not riding all the time, after riding that bike one time, I went out there and bought it.
So now that begs the question, why'd you take the break? Why the break from like 2-3 year break from riding?
What happened? I had got sober.
Okay.
I got clean and sober, went into the recovery home and everything. And when I first got out, I moved over to the house where I was there a couple of years, and I moved over here, I was there about a year. So it was just a whole different thing. I was just readjusting my life, because I can't remember being sober prior to that.
Oh wow.
I remember the stories you would tell.
Dude, I was a heroin addict, a coke addict, they used to call me the black tweaker. I'm doing meth, coke, heroin. I was doing run drug to get away from the other, and before you know it, now I'm doing all three of them, and I'm still drinking. But after I got sober, it was different.
So you took a break just to recenter yourself, just to
reset my life, and it was completely different whole ball game. Riding a motorcycle sober.
Really?
I hadn't done that.
And then what would you say the noticeable difference was? Like if you could try to put it into words, I'm sure it's hard to, but
you kind of know what you're doing.
Well, before you'd start the bike, then you'd park the bike, and you didn't really figure out what happened in between, and you're like autopiloting. Is that how it felt before, like when you weren't sober, or like?
You just...
Because you made it home every night somehow, right?
Yeah.
Well, except a couple of times I got hit by cars.
Okay.
But for the most part, it was just one of them things where you think in your head that you can control that bike or your car, whatever you're driving, that your concentration and reflexes are better when you're all f***ed up. Because you stay f***ed up. I stayed f***ed up for 20 years, so I didn't know what it was like.
Your perception was off the whole time.
So when I got off the bike, when I got sober and I rode, and I'm like, oh, this is what this is about.
Oh, you really got to steer into this.
But you know what?
You're like, I got to do this with my foot, this shit.
A lot of people say, like for me, for example, ever since I started riding, this is where I get my high, my natural highs, is when I'm on the bike. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, when I'm on my bike, dude, sometimes I just get on that bike, and even if I only go out for 30 minutes, it does something for me.
Yeah.
You know?
When I'm on my bike, nothing else bothers me. You know, it's almost like it's therapeutic. You know, you get on the bike, and even if I'm bothered that day, I can stop and I can start breathing again. You know what I mean?
My biggest problem is, which bike do I ride?
That's a good problem to have.
What kind of high are you looking for today?
Well, you know, it's interesting that you compare what riding motorcycles feels like or does to you to like substances that make you feel a certain way. The thing is that's different is that with certain substances like drugs or alcohol, like it lowers your inhibition, so it does kind of feel free flowing to just kind of let it all be. These, it feels really free flowing, you feel loose and free, but if you think about it, almost all your senses are being used. Smell, feel, like sight, reflex, like you're doing. So your whole body is being used by every way it can be, but look how in harmony when it all comes together, it becomes freeing.
Yeah.
It's weird how that works.
So when you get sick, you knew from a little kid your parents would take you to the doctor and they would get you some medication. Once you become a adult or even a young addict or alcoholic, it's like being sick. It's a disease of feelings, and you want to medicate something that you don't want to feel.
Yeah.
So what you do as an addict or alcoholic, you know the liquor store is a doctor, you know the connection. So you know when you're feeling something that you don't want to feel, you know how to medicate. Let's go get some medication. We take this, and we don't feel that no more.
That's profound, man. Yeah.
So now you're clean and you're sober, and you go through these different things, and you don't want to feel like, damn, I'm overwhelmed with these bills.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
you know, me and your lady is fighting, arguing, or whatever. You know, you get on that bike, and it medicates you. You don't feel all that no more.
Yeah.
You know, so in a sense, to me, that is my drug of choice now. So I'm still an addict. But I'm a different kind of addict.
True story, I'm an addict.
Yeah. That's profound.
Well, I mean, okay, so how many years sober?
I got sober. My last drug use was October 18th, 1990.
1990, wow, good for you.
October 18th.
You know the day.
If you don't mind me asking, what was the, not turning point, but what got you to say, hey, I'm gonna check in? Was it you? Was it somebody?
I kept going to jail. I got put on probation. I got put on probation for 4 years in 1971. 4-year probation. I didn't get off until 1991.
Oh, so
damn.
She had a lot of time to think, huh?
So that 4 years turned into 20 years because I kept getting violated, and I was going in and out of jail. They start off with 30 days and 90 days and 6 months. Then I go do a year in the county. Then I go do a year in Wayside. Then I go do a year in Biscayne Center. And every time I do my little county lead, you do like 7 months on a year or whatever. And every time I get out, I would get dirty tests and I would go right back. So the last time I got out, went to court, the judge says, you come back to my court one more time, you are going to prison, California State Prison, for a minimum of 3 years. So I did my little time, I got out, and right away I got 2 dirty tests. So I'm like, I'm gonna get violated, because every third dirty test, they violate you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna get violated. So I went over to Martin Luther King Park, and this lady named Sharon, they had a program there. And I went there and telling her, look, I'm getting ready to get violated, I'm gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
I need to get in the program, so next time I talk to my probation officer, he'll see I'm in a program, I'm trying to help myself. I was actually just trying to beat the system. I wasn't trying to help myself. I just
Yeah.
prison.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So she got me in the program up in LA, and I was there actually 7 months and 21 days. It was a year-long program, but I had walked in. I wasn't court committed, but in my first couple of months, I got a letter from the probation department telling me you are violated, and it had a court date on it. So I'm thinking, wow, man, I only had 2 dirty tests. They violated me anyway.
Yeah.
So I go to court on my court date, and I was the first case they called that morning. They had an escort that took me from the recovery home there. And I was the first case that morning, and check this out. The judge says, Mr. Parks, and he points, I want you to know that I know that you ran up in that recovery program just to try and beat the system.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the did he know? How did he know? Because that's all the reason that I went in there.
Yeah. And that's very honest of you.
So I was not trying to get clean and sober. So in the process of being in there, you go to NA meetings, AA meetings.
Yeah.
There's people that are a product of the program that come and speak on Tuesdays AA and Thursdays NA, and these guys are like happy-go-lucky. One guy was a bus driver. They come in there and they wearing all their jewelry and this and that. And you listen to their story, and it's like they're telling your story. It's like, wow. And I'm thinking, shit, I want what they got. How do I get that? But at the same time, they're telling you constantly in this program, there was 51 clients there. It was a live-in and it was co-ed. And they're like, only 5% of you, maybe 5 of you at the most, is gonna stay sober for any length of time.
Wow, only 5%.
And they're telling you this. And I guess it was some kind of reverse psychology, so you would try what you can to be in that top 5.
Yeah.
And that's what it did to me. But when I first got back from court, I'm all bummed out. And the counselors know I'm happy-go-lucky. I'm always talking. I don't never shut up. And I was quiet for a couple of days, and the counselors came to me, and they're like, what's wrong? What's wrong with you, man? What's going on? Something happened. What's happening? And I said, don't get me wrong. It's a good program. I like you guys and all that shit. But the last thing in the world that I wanted was to be court committed to this program. Now I can't leave when I want to.
Yeah.
So he says, well, look at it like this. That could be God doing for you what you couldn't do for yourself.
Yeah. Oh, that's real right
And
there.
I start looking at it like that. So now I'm not just in the program. I'm paying attention, and I'm trying to get what these guys have that look like they had that peace of mind.
Yeah.
So I had no choice. I stayed there. After about 5 or 6 months, I knew that I was finished. I knew that everything changed. I didn't want to come back out in the streets and drink and use no more. I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And my counselor told me to get a sponsor. I got a sponsor, and I, went through all the steps and stuff. But by 7 months, I knew for a fact I was never going to get high again. Yeah. I knew it. I knew it. And
like no one had to nudge you or tell you anything. It was just like
I knew at 7 months. I knew how I was feeling.
Yeah.
So now, being a drug addict, you are the world's best con artists, manipulators.
Oh wow.
You are.
Yeah.
And you use that in a negative way.
Yeah.
So I took that and put it, to me, it was in a positive way, because I knew I was done.
Yeah.
And I had to figure out how to legally get out of that program being court committed.
Yeah.
Well, I knew, you see I got these big pads on now?
Yeah.
And my legs were tore back then even, from the motorcycle accident.
Oh, you're right,
So
okay.
I knew if I got on the softball team, hit the ball, run, slide into first base, boom, we're gonna swell up. They're gonna rush me to the hospital. They're gonna say you need ACL reconstructions. The program wasn't designed for anybody being bedridden. So 7 months, 21 days, I went in there, I got on the softball team, hit the ball, ran to first base, slid, and boom.
What a story.
Wow.
They swole up, they took me to the hospital, UCLA Medical Center. There's a doctor there that does pro bono surgeries of this type only on Fridays. They call him the Friday doctor.
The Friday
I went in there on a Tuesday. It was a 9-month waiting list to this guy to do the surgery pro bono. I went in there on a Tuesday. That Tuesday when I was in his office, the person that was scheduled for that Friday called in and canceled. And instead of rearranging the schedule, moving people up, whatever, he just moved me right in.
Nice.
So I got to come home 21 days. And I came home that night, the next morning.
And the program was supposed to finish at a year, right?
I was court committed for a year.
But at 7 months, you knew.
7 months, 21 days. I knew they weren't set up for somebody bedridden. And it worked out for me. And then I went back to riding. The reason my legs were tore up was from a motorcycle accident. I had rode to Sacramento. Big Joe, I got hit by a car right here at P6 in Redondo on my way home from Sacramento. So I go all the way to Sacramento and back and get hit a couple blocks before I get to the house.
So fast forward to when after you're out of the program.
And one day I came out, I'm walking across the street towards him, and this Road King is parked out front, and he just threw me the keys. Without even thinking. I just put it on, cranked it up, and took off. I hadn't rode for 2-3 years at this time.
Yeah.
I rode that bike, and it was the next day I went over across the street to Ralph's, and they had a paperback they called Cycle Trader.
And that's where.
And like Auto Trader, but it was just all motorcycles.
And then you saw the KZ1000?
When he pulled up in front of my house, I was sitting in my car going through it, and I seen that KZ1000, and it was in my price range. And I kind of wanted a Harley. I had an 87 Sportster.
Okay.
I had an 85 Sportster in 87. Yeah. So I seen that KZ was in my price range. We drove out there, me and my wife, bought it, came home, started stripping it down, had a custom paint job put on it and everything else. And then from there, I got this one.
Damn it. What year was this again that you picked it up?
You said 81 or 79?
No, that one. This is 1975.
But you picked it up in.
I got it
like 90.
I've had it like 23 years, I think now.
Yeah.
I got it way back. And when he brought it to me, it was in crates and boxes.
Oh,
there wasn't
basket
no
case.
Touching, yeah. Well, so I got this one and that one from the same person. Been through so many different looks.
But the reason why I appreciate you taking the time to tell this story too is because it's showing me what I got out of it, and I hope other people get this too, is that you show what humans are capable of, and like you said, manipulating, working things in a certain way in different angles to get what you want. But when the intention is negative, or the intention is greed and selfishness, and like, you know, for drugs and this and like only self-gain, look where it gets you, right?
Yeah, it got me in jail a lot.
But then with the same mentality of working things to your advantage and systems and this and that, when the intention is pure, look at you now, you're sitting fat, you're chilling. And you know what, that's, you know, it's hard for someone who's not big on religion to just pick up a Bible or to read a book, but to hear stories like this in real life application, to see what happens when good is there.
Right.
And you do the work, you know? So
my drug addiction and my past got me a scholarship, and I went to Long Beach City College, and one of the teachers was a teacher at Wilson High School. And when we was in City College, I only went for a summer only.
Okay.
One summer. I ain't no big college grad. I went for the summer because I wrote a speech. When I got back, I got clean and sober. I went to adult school, Long Beach School for Adults.
Yeah.
I didn't want a GED. I wanted to get my high school diploma.
Oh, nice.
After hearing a graduate speak, I said, I want to be on the stage and I want to speak and I want to do that. I went back to school, got my diploma, and we got to write a speech. All the students in Southern California that wanted to participate, that was getting ready to graduate, we got to write a speech. My speech actually won, #1. And all I did was talked about where I came from and where I'm at now through my addiction and stuff. So all the administrators, teachers and stuff in Southern California School District got together and they got to pick a winning speech. And mine won. And it was just $1,000 little thing to go to City College, you know.
I mean,
and I went there, and in the process of going there, I got picked to go do a speech at Wilson High School.
wow.
Let me go back. When I was in Long Beach School for Adults, we all got to write a speech in the graduation. We did cap and gown graduation at Wilson High, and my speech actually won that, so I ended up being the male speaker. And one more time, all I talked about was my addiction and where I was at and where I am now, and here I am fixing to graduate cap and gown, just to letting all these kids know you can do it, you know, you can do it. Or, and part of my speech was, you don't want to be 31 years old in a high school graduation gown, so do it right the first time, you know. That was another thing. But
That's awesome. That's
I hope
pretty cool.
I hope what people got from that story, which that you just now told us, is that there could be someone who's in that loop, that problematic loop with their problems and stuff. I don't want them to think because that's their current story, is that's not where their story ends.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people are in that and they think, man, these are the cards I was dealt.
Right.
When the truth is, it's just one part of your life, and it's up to you to change that. It's got to come from you, though.
Yeah, and you gotta do it for yourself too.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
I actually started off doing it just to stay out of jail. I didn't want to go, you know.
Yeah.
But after you get in the program and you talk to people and you listen to the other people's story, and you're like, man, they got that peace of mind. I didn't have that peace of mind. I want that peace of mind. So how do you get that? Take the steps that they took. So, you know, take the cotton out of your ears and shove it in your mouth. Sit back, shut up, and listen.
Oh.
And I had a hard time doing that. I'm a talker. And when I did it, I actually started hearing shit. And I'm like, okay, and this is what he done, this is what he done. So let me try another way. You know, you have time, you're clean and sober for a little while, and you start thinking, you know, I feel good, my body feel good. I could be doing this, or I could end up back in jail. This time I'm going to prison. I don't want to go to prison.
Yeah.
So, you know, you do a lot of crazy shit when you're an addict.
Yeah.
You do a lot of, you know what I mean? You borrow, beg, steal, manipulate, con. You do all that shit. And at some point, you got to be tired of being tired. You wake up in the morning regretting what you did last night, if you can remember what you did. And if you can't, you know, people coming and telling you shit, or you see somebody you think you're cool with, and all of a sudden they don't want to talk to you.
You know, but I like what you said though. I've read that in a book somewhere. It says that those who speak do not know, and those who know do not speak. To where it's up to us to want to, you know. So I mean, thank you for your time on that story. I mean, it really is eye-opening.
Yeah, when you get to be my age, you have a whole lot of stories.
But even then, it's for you to tell them, but it's really for the person to take it in, because there are those who are too head smart, and they'll hear the story and they'll take it as literature, and then they'll still move the way they do.
And then you have those that they think they know so much you can't teach them shit. Man, you know, people are just not as humble as they should be.
Yeah, I mean,
always learn
the truth.
And the biggest thing that I got out of all of this, and what I'm a big believer that intention is everything. Intention above everything. So that's what I'm getting out of everything you told me, and I try to apply that to my life. So
yeah, I like to share my story. I hope somebody gets something out of it. Everything good?
I decided to watch the kid for a bit.
Yeah.
He sold it like the day after.
Yeah.
The day after he.
Because I wrestled. I was like, man, you know what? Do I want to keep watching? I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sell it.
And you got that seat right away. Change those bars.
Yeah.
You didn't waste no time.
The chrome covers, bug them about those. The axle covers.
Oh yeah,
those are banging.
Hey, what are you gonna do with those axle covers you took off? I think they'll look good on that.
Softail.
Yeah, I'll bring them. Yeah.
You have to trade something.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it the way it is, man. I don't want to change it. I mean, it's
Dude,
the way it is.
it was funny. I was about to honk your horn right now. I was like, when we were with him earlier.
I took that off.
Yeah, when we were earlier, I'm like, hey. I was like,
Hey, he took off the horn, turn signals.
the brake.
Yeah, that I did take off, but I like it. Like the stance on it, the tank, the paint, everything. I was like,
Oh, dude, you scored on the
I
paint.
love the way it is. So it's like,
I would leave that one set up. I wouldn't extend the front end.
yeah, like it.
I'd ride it like it is.
The bar
the
right.
way it is. Yeah.
The bar riser combo is money. Yeah. You landed that.
The bars, I'm comfortable with the bars now. I mean, it's me. You know
Yeah, you're
So,
chilling, bro.
If I had that bike, I'd probably give Chopper Nizzle the chrome pulley.
I was about to ask about that too. I was like, I know he's probably gonna be like, oh, I don't want that at that rate. I know anything chrome you don't
that
like.
might be a little different for me.
I never seen this.
Yeah, that's bad right
I
there.
didn't know what that was at first. Oh, is that the cover for the belt? I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it's a pulley.
So
cover.
you actually didn't like the chrome cover over there, huh? To each his
I think it was, yeah. You're like, hey, more for me.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the things that I geeked out on this bike. I'm like, I love that they have the axle covers. Like, it's just money.
Yeah.
Well, they have a cover that covers that whole back of that frame.
Oh yeah, his are money. They're like right here.
Yeah, they cover. They
They
the
look
corner.
so good.
The entire corner.
But they have a cover that covers this whole.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The
Yikes.
whole entire piece.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have them.
All right, man.
I see a lot of soft tails like that.
That's bad.
I'll bring them back when I get them, bro. You know?
Yeah.
Who knows? You know.
Well, before we shake, I honestly every second with you, man. I appreciate it so much.
Hey, dude, man.
They say life is the best teacher, but I think it's the people too that are on here, man. We gotta give it to
Thank you
you,
so
man.
much,
Some of the people that
appreciate you,
already
man.
learned.
Yeah, of course.
I really
Hey,
do. Thank you.
hey, the world is my classroom. I'll consider you one of the teachers, man.
Yeah.
For real, yeah.
I feel like I got a whole lot to share. We just can't do it all in one day. I've been around.
That's real.
man.
I have to keep Dean from getting frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm always on Dean. Dean wants shit like right now. If I can want it right now, it better be fixed right now. Yeah, I call him.
He's like, dude, you're tweaking.
I tell Dean, look, when they run, we ride them. When they break, we fix them.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole thing is about.
Yeah.
And you know, I told him life imitates art. Well, look at what you said about the bike. Now apply that to life.